I trusted my business partner more than anyone else in my life. We weren't just business partners, we were friends long before money was involved. The kind of friendship where you don't even think about contracts because you believe nothing could go wrong. We started with nothing. No investors, no safety net, just an idea, a laptop, and a shared promise that we were going to build something real. For a while, it worked. We worked late nights, slept on bad schedules, and celebrated small wins like they were life changing. And when we finally started making real money, we agreed on something simple 50-50. No paperwork, no lawyers, just trust. That was the first mistake. At the time, I didn't see it that way because everything felt balanced, or at least it looked balanced. But balance is easy to fake when only one person is looking closely. Then something changed. At first, it was tiny, a payment that didn't match my memory, a number that felt slightly off, a business expense I didn't remember approving. Nothing big enough to accuse someone over, so I ignored it. That's what most people do when reality doesn't fully line up with trust. They explain it away. But then it happened again and again. And this is where things started to feel wrong because it wasn't random anymore. It was consistent. The same pattern, the same type of mistake. Always in one direction, money going out, never in. So I started paying attention, really paying attention. I went back through transactions. Weeks turned into months of records, and that's when I noticed something I didn't want to believe. There were expenses I had never seen before, invoices that looked real but didn't connect to anything we actually did, and transfers going to accounts I had never heard of. At first, my mind tried to protect me from the truth. Maybe I missed something. Maybe I was tired. Maybe I was overthinking. But deep down, I already knew. This wasn't confusion. This was design. Someone was making sure I wouldn't notice. And the only other person in the business was him, my partner, the person I trusted more than anyone. I remember sitting there that night, just staring at the screen, not moving. Because once you see something like that, you can't unsee it. The question wasn't if something was happening anymore. It was how long it had been happening and how much was already gone. My first instinct was anger. I wanted to confront him immediately, walk in, show him everything, and end it right there. But something stopped me. Not fear, strategy. Because I realized something important in that moment. If I confronted him now, I would only see what was already visible. And people like this, they don't operate in obvious ways. They operate in layers. So I made a decision that changed everything. I stayed quiet, completely quiet. No accusations, no hints, no emotional reaction, just observation. And while he thought everything was normal, I started documenting everything, every transaction, every pattern, every inconsistency. And something interesting started happening. The more I stayed silent, the more careless he became. At first, it was subtle. Then it became obvious. Larger amounts started moving. Less effort to hide things. Almost like he felt safe. Almost like he thought I had accepted it. Or was too blind to notice. That was the mistake. Because the truth is, nothing makes someone more predictable than believing they've already won. So I kept going. I didn't stop him. I didn't warn him. I just let it continue until I had everything. Not suspicion. Not theory. Evidence that couldn't be explained away. And that's when I stopped him. Not emotionally. Not loudly. Quietly. I called a meeting. Same way we always met. Same tone. Same environment. He walked in, relaxed. Confident. Probably thinking it was just another normal day. I didn't argue. I didn't raise my voice. I just opened my laptop. And I started showing him everything. Every transaction. Every hidden transfer. Every pattern he thought no one would ever trace. At first, he tried to smile it off, like it was a misunderstanding. Then the smile disappeared. Then the silence came, because deep down, he knew. There was no explanation strong enough to undo what was already documented. And that's the moment everything ended. Not with drama, not with shouting, just truth, fully exposed. I took full control of the business after that, legally, cleanly, completely. And he lost everything he thought he was quietly taking from me. But here's the part I never forget. It wasn't the money that mattered. It was the lesson. Trust is powerful until it replaces structure. And in business, what looks like loyalty without accountability is just risk waiting to happen.